This tutorial is for anyone wanting a free Claude Opus-level intelligence model or smart AI brain to help their daily programming path. This specific model comes directly from GI. Every GI model is available as open source. Notice how GLM delivers top-tier results among open source or publicly shared models. This million-token context or memory makes complex, long-horizon tasks reliable. Notice how GLM 5.2 delivers superior performance in long-horizon and task evaluation benchmarks. GLM is only outperformed by Claude Opus 4.8. Keep in mind, every model trails behind GLM 5.2, an open-source or publicly accessible software system. Choosing the premium subscription or paid tier is very affordable because the cost is significantly lower than other available software models. Benchmarks, or standard tests, and developers both verify its coding. Notice, this model rivaled Claude Opus, an AI, ignoring others. Across every benchmark, a standardized performance test, it rivaled Claude and OpenAI. During a standard coding benchmark or programming test, GLM 5.2 leads open-source models with public code, scoring 81.0 versus version 5.1's 62.0 result in the terminal testing category. Notice 2.1, then 62.1 versus 58.4 in the SWE Bench Pro test. This narrows the performance gap against the closest open-source frontier, the top model in Terminal Bench 2.1. It scores within a few points of the Claude Opus AI. This open-source public access model now directly competes with Anthropic. Notice how its unique versatility and capability, or multi-purpose power, led to the GLM 5.1 launch. Following extensive refinements across every technical module, the system is now launching the GLM 5.2 language model. Today, I will demonstrate how to integrate GLM 5.2, an artificial intelligence model, into your Visual Studio Code editor. Open your web browser app and search for GenMox. Access GLM 5.2 room calibration software for a limited time. Additionally, test the GLM 5.2 AI for free inside the playground testing area. GenMox also includes this option. Most users prefer working within Visual Studio Code, a coding environment. Using the playground testing environment will be simple. Next, use GLM 5.2 inside the playground, an interactive testing environment, to try it. This Chinese model, or AI program, will initially provide responses in Chinese. Certainly, English interaction, meaning digital conversation, is supported. Today we focus on using the API, a tool for software communication, directly within Visual Studio Code. Next, select the Model menu here. Next, you will see several AI models or language tools provided by GLM. You can download basic models for free, but premium high-quality versions require a paid license. The faster Flash version is also available for free. QChemist 2.7 is another available software option. Today, we'll be using GLM 5.2, the speaker management software. When using the free version, expect a rate limit, which is a restriction on how many requests you can send per hour. Notice how the free plan specifies a rate limit of 10 to 15 RPM, which means requests per minute. Data updates in 5-hour rolling windows. Tokens, or access keys, refresh every 5 hours, while weekly limits reset on a moving 7-day rolling window. This free model provides a fair amount of tokens, or text units. This software, or digital tool, provides everything you need to investigate and gain knowledge. This resource lacks the necessary capacity for massive, complex builds. Upgrade to a premium tier, the paid version. This environment, or workspace, is ideal for educational goals and building minor prototypes or simple models. To begin, launch Visual Studio Code, your primary code editor. Next, I will load this project for our demonstration. Then, navigate to the Extensions Marketplace, the plugin area, and search for Klein to begin the entire setup process. Notice how Klein.bot has 4.3 million downloads, so install this official extension or software add-on. Your changes will appear in the sidebar navigation. First, click to begin your free configuration or account setup. Standard settings use AI models DeepSeek V4 Flash and Step 3.7. Simply click this option to begin using it right away. To begin, I will follow Step 3.7 to register and create my account. First, authenticate or verify your identity on the official website by selecting Google to register. Authentication or identity verification is finished. Now authorize, granting permission for use. Now begin using the Klein AI Assistant inside your Visual Studio Code editor. Open the gear-shaped settings icon, then choose a provider, the source for your new model. We'll use the OpenAI compatibility mode. Now enter your API key access code. Now let's generate your API key, a unique access code. We'll label this test instance or sample GLM. Now copy the GenMox API key access code. Next, paste your OpenAI compatible API key or access code right here. Next, you also need a base URL and model ID. How do you find these identifiers? First, return here. Copy the model ID, the AI's unique name, paste it, and use the base URL or server address provided at the bottom. Insert it here to finish. Greetings. I am prepared to assist. Which specific model is this? While the model is not named, we have integrated or built it into the Visual Studio Code editor. Accessing the GLM 5.2 language model costs nothing. First, I'll input one prompt or command to assess the performance, how well it works, and the duration of this task. I'll input a detailed command. First, I'll prompt the AI to build a complete project management platform, a tool like Trello. Features include drag and drop, live collaboration, comments, file uploads, and notifications. We will begin the procedure and wait for its completion. This will surely take 2 to 3 minutes if the processing speed or work rate is fast. I've enabled Auto Approve to grant permissions automatically. The program modified or changed files without requesting my permissions or access. I just saved the file now. The software segments or divides this whole task into 8 steps, currently completing 3. The system hits the threshold now. First, we'll explore the code base, the source files, to design the architecture, project structure, back-end server-side logic, DVA authentication, and real-time WebSocket client routes. It attempts to execute or run every function. This leads to the system hitting capacity. Once the tool identifies the code structure or the project's blueprint, it will automatically generate more than 50 individual files. This package bundles JSX, CSS, HTML, JS. It attempts to replicate Trello's features. This prevents the software from finishing the task. Pick up your progress after 4 or 5 hours, exactly like using Claude. After inspecting the underlying architecture, I found that it effectively organizes the entire source code. This tool cannot generate 1,000 lines of code or instructions in one file. This software will correctly format or organize each line. This separates logic rules, UI visuals, architecture structure, and utils help us. It also properly structures your directory or folder. This method allows you to use the GLM 5.2 AI model for free within the Visual Studio Code editor.